What it do? It's DOA, niggas. Back with another episode of Putting Shit Together. Today, we gonna talk about Bad Bunny and that Super Bowl halftime performance. Man, this is crazy how this shit is unfolding, man. You got people leaning both ways for real. You got a lot of people who didn't know who the fuck Bad Bunny was before this. Didn't want to hear Bad Bunny in a halftime show. Didn't want to hear nobody speaking a different language during the halftime of an American football game. This shit is blasphemous in itself. You know what I'm saying? But then on top of it all, like, come to find out, this is a cross-dressing man and all of this, supposedly, allegedly representing Puerto Rico, and he was talking about we gonna have to learn Spanish and talking all this brazen shit when the Americans have given him a platform. But I damn near misspoke because who gave him his platform is really a fucking tether. Jay-Z, Rock Nation. A tether in his fucking little Latina cohorts. You know what I'm saying? Is who gave him the platform to talk down to us and to hijack our sport and our shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I be speaking out against like Jay-Z and some of these others. Y'all can go back and watch some of my videos. I don't know if I done one specifically on Jay-Z, but he's been mentioned in the Dr. Dre one and some of the other ones I've done. But y'all let me know if y'all want me to go in depth in on that fucking camel face ass nigga, because I will do it. Y'all know how I get down. Ain't nothing to the League of Shadows to go into the darkness and pull out the fucking skeletons out of that closet if we need to. You know what I'm saying? But this is why I be telling y'all about Black Americans' true history, because as you can see, it's under attack from all directions. You initially got the white colonists who came over, who knew because they were stealing land and stealing stuff from us, they had to make it appear that we don't have direct claim to this land. So that's going to keep it from looking like, oh, I just stole the land from these niggas. I can act like I stole it from somebody else who is now dead and gone, or who we've paid off to go elsewhere, being the Native American $5 Indians. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, it's really our land. That's our sport. You know what I'm saying? That we playing, and we allowing a Puerto Rican, and I put Puerto Rican in air quotes, and that's because he don't really look like no real Puerto Rican, nor does it seem like he acts like a real Puerto Rican. And I get into that more in depth. But you got a lot of these people who want to abduct our spotlight, who want to steal our spotlight, who's tethers to our land, who want to push this narrative that was a great Super Bowl halftime show and it broke all kinds of records and this the number one viewed Super Bowl halftime show. Like, bro, are you kidding me? People then went as far as to first they said it was 10 times better than Kendrick Lamar. And I'm going to be real with you. I used to be a Kendrick Lamar fan, and this was way back in like Section 80 when he dropped Section 80. I was a Kendrick Lamar fan. I used to live in Phoenix, so I was on the West Coast. I got wind of him, Ab Soul and shit, and I still like Ab Soul, but I think Ab Soul's with P Diddy now, and then of course Kendrick in the process of that then got with Dr. Dre, who's affiliated with none other than Joe Camel himself from Rock Nation. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't watch that Super Bowl halftime show. I cut that one off too, the Kendrick Lamar one. But they claiming that you know, you got these people with these vested interests in Bad Bunny and, you know, all this foreign shit getting our spotlight. They're saying that it was better than the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. But then I see a lot of people saying that Bad Bunny pretty much straight jacked Kendrick Lamar's halftime show as far as the standing on top of the truck and the car or whatever, and you know, some of the other things that he put into the visuals of his halftime show was really just hijacked from Kendrick Lamar's halftime show, which I believe I seen some videos. We'll probably post some pictures on here so y'all can see some of the comparisons that have been made. But then you hear these same people going as far as to say it was better than the Michael Jackson halftime. Hold on, my nigga. Now you done went too far. You done threw MJ name in there, bruh. Like, they're comparing the viewership as if it's the same. This was 1993 when Michael Jackson did the halftime show. Bro, just think of how narrowly broadcast that halftime show was in comparison to this one in 2026. You got niggas streaming this shit. You got the Super Bowl being aired in all kind of different countries and shit. You got bars with fucking 17 TVs on the wall. Even me, myself, in 1993, my parents probably had maybe, I only really remember one TV in the house, but we might have had two. We'll say two just to be generous. Now I've got 5 TVs in my house, 3 laptops, an iPad, fucking desktop computer, all of which can stream this Super Bowl halftime show. So back when Michael Jackson was doing it, we know it was way less TVs in places where the Super Bowl could be viewed. That's for starters, but they want to act like the numbers is comparative, bro. Like, just think in my household alone, I didn't more than doubled the amount of TVs in my household from 93 to 2026. So I think, let me see what Michael Jackson numbers was. I think Michael Jackson had 130 something. Where is it? Let's see. Here we go right here. Michael Jackson had 133.4 million views in 1993. Now, if we just went from my household and let's say I played that shit in a couple rooms in my house, because back then we wasn't doing nothing. We playing that on one TV. Now, shit, half the time I'd be having both I got 2 TVs on at one time. We could damn near double them numbers for Michael Jackson. Not to mention that football wasn't even aired in a lot of these other countries that it's aired in now. Now you got fucking Super Bowl games. You gonna have Super Bowl games being played in fucking Turkey and shit. Abu Dhabi, Packers versus Lions, fucking Super Bowl games now. Even regular season games, I mean, now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure it wasn't being casted like that worldwide like that back when Michael Jackson was doing it. But people want to compare the numbers like, bro, I'm going to just keep it real simple for the simpletons out here. If Bad Bunny got as many viewers as Michael Jackson and ain't nobody popped up dead yet, because nigga, when Michael Jackson was doing it, niggas was passing out and fucking dying when they came to see Michael Jackson in concert. Are you kidding? I ain't heard of nobody passing out over no goddamn Bad Bunny concert. Unless they was high off some shit, you know what I'm saying? Nigga got too high off the meds and passed out. Wasn't nobody starstruck to see a fucking Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody popped up dead yet. Shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? To even try to make that comparison is asinine in itself. But we gonna get into some of the numbers, because you had people acting like he had surpassed everybody. But when we look at the real numbers right here, you got Bad Bunny with 128.2 million views. Then you got Kendrick Lamar at 133.5. Well, right above Bad Bunny will be Usher in 2024 with 129.3 million viewers. Then you got Kendrick Lamar with 133.5 million. Then you got Michael Jackson with 133.4. So Kendrick Lamar would be considered to be the most viewed still. Then you got Bad Bunny in fourth place. And the thing is, just like you can see right here on this chart alone, they're not showing the peak viewers. But we can see Bad Bunny Super Bowl peak viewers was at 137.8 million peak viewers. That's for the game itself. So just think, at 128.2 million viewers of said halftime show, you've lost almost 10 million viewers of the game. So damn near 10 million people cut that shit off, nigga. Turn this TV off. They cut they shit off. And I was one of them. Because when it got to the halftime, bro, I put it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I started watching some shit on YouTube. I had to cut back to the game when the third quarter began. Because I'm not watching that bullshit. But the thing is that In Living Color is what started all this fancy halftime shit, because In Living Color in 1992 did their own halftime show. So they started their show at the end of the second quarter and cut it when the third quarter came back on, and they got 20 million viewers in 1992 to their halftime show. So I guess that woke up the NFL to start making these halftime shows elaborate. And you know what I'm saying? They probably saw the pull that the Wayans had with doing their halftime show, and it was like, damn, we really need to like invest in this so we can hold these viewers and, you know, the promotion that go along with it, and et cetera, et cetera. So you can thank the Wayans, which is some Black Americans, of course, for even sparking this shit. So that's when the NFL came with Michael Jackson in 93 after this happened. And of course, that shit was that shit was huge. You know what I'm saying? Still one of the biggest to date. So then let me see what I got up here. They say we looking at the Super Bowl viewership. They said the Super Bowl in 1993, when Michael Jackson did it, the game attracted an average viewership of approximately 90.9 million people in the United States, right? The Super Bowl is traditionally broadcast in over 130 countries and in more than 30 languages, although specific international viewership numbers for 1993 are not detailed. That's letting you know, because it wasn't in 130 fucking countries in 1993. We know that shit. And let's say even if it was, bro, a lot of these countries didn't have TVs like that either. There's still people in fucking Colombia and where did I just watch these people competing for a TV in the Dominican Republic. People still ain't even got TVs out there, bro. I've been all through Central America, and a lot of those houses and households don't have TVs still to this day. So you think in 1993 they was watching the Super Bowl or had the ability to? That's cap. You see what I'm saying? So just in that, it's not fair to compare it. It's apples to oranges. But Michael Jackson still had more viewers than Bad Bunny. Come on now. Just we can look at the ticket sales of these niggas concerts, bro. Look, they said this is what they saying right here. I'll let y'all see this, even though I don't really believe it. They say in 1993 there was approximately 219 million televisions in the United States. As of now, there's about 285 million televisions in use in U.S. households, indicating a significant increase over the years. But I just told you, my household alone went from 2 TVs to fucking 5. Plus laptop screens, iPads and shit. So that's why I don't believe those numbers. Cause I would damn near guarantee that most of my peers was in the same position as me as far as the increase in the amount of TVs in a house from 93 to now. I know they doubled. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, even though that is a huge jump, that's fucking like 66 million more televisions now than it was then, which still would let you know that the numbers are apples to oranges, trying to compare a Super Bowl halftime from 93 to 2026. It just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because it's way more TVs. But moving right along, man, another part of it is, well, we gonna get into this because thing is, they used all those ICE protests, which I did a video on the ICE protests, so you can see that this shit is an orchestration. You know what I'm saying? It's an orchestration to suck energy and gain attention, which is they use these ICE protests to help promote Bad Bunny to the masses, because he's supposed to be a champion for immigration and all of that. Meanwhile, it don't make sense because, nigga, you a Puerto Rican. You're technically a part of the United States. So you don't have to deal with immigration like that. You don't have to deal with immigration no more than a real Black American has to deal with immigration. But they want to make it seem like this is how they try to get us to care about immigration. Well, he's standing up for them. Like, nah, nigga, we not standing up for that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't want our country overran by people who don't know how to fill out paperwork and let us vet you and bring you into this country. But the thing is, that's why I say he's like a fake ass Puerto Rican, because most of the Puerto Ricans I know, and I've been in Puerto Rico several times, like maybe like 5, maybe more than 5 times. But most of the Puerto Ricans I meet actually feel like they're Black people. No matter what they tone of skin is, which I mean the same in the Black community. We got people high yellow. We got people that damn near could pass for white in legit Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them feel like they closer to Black Americans than anything. That's number one. And I don't feel like Bad Bunny feels that way, because why would you come off the cuff talking about we gonna have to learn Spanish? Nah, nigga, we don't have to learn shit. We invited you here to do a performance. You should have to learn English, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But he made that dividing line between the people who have built the platform for him, being the Super Bowl, being dominated by Black Americans, and you talking to us like that off the dribble. You know what I'm saying? But most of Puerto Ricans I know don't feel like him. They feel an extreme connection to Black Americans, and they feel like we're united in that respect. But on the flip side, they don't usually rock with Mexicans like that. That's what's crazy. They might speak Spanish together, but that's nobody's original language. There's plenty of places that speak Spanish. You've been colonized by the Spaniards, then you speak Spanish. But the thing is, the Mexican Spanish and the Puerto Rican Spanish is not even really exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's got a lot of similarities, but they do have their own twist on this Spanish language. That in itself is a point to be made. You know what I'm saying? Then I don't see a lot of Puerto Ricans that rock with Mexicans like that. They'll rather rock with the black Americans than a Mexican. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they probably on majority do not feel like this illegal immigration is a thing that they're gonna support, because they had to do what they had to do to become a part of the United States. And anybody who's genuinely a part of the United States and ain't came over here deceptively and stealing is gonna feel like, hey, nigga, you should do it the legal way, just like anybody else that had to come through would do it the legal way. You see what I'm saying? But they use this nigga as a ploy, bro. And he's up there talking like you really don't know what he is. You know what I'm saying? You a Puerto Rican, bro, but you over here acting like you the biggest champion for Mexicans and all of this shit. And it's like, I know Puerto Ricans don't even really, they not about to stick their neck out for no Mexicans for real, especially not no illegals. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga look like Christopher Columbus himself, fucking Bad Bunny, dog. Don't look like no real fucking Puerto Rican. While we on that, I'm gonna show you this the last fucking the last Taino chief of Puerto Rico. This her right here. This look like this could be my auntie. You know what I'm saying? This could be my auntie right here. You feel me? This is Yuiza. And excuse me if I pronounced it wrong, cause nigga, that's probably what the Spaniards called her, and I'm not fucking Spanish. So there you go with that. You know what I'm saying? But this is the last Taino chief of Puerto Rico, and she looks like a nigga. She don't look like Bad Bunny. You feel me? So that's a misconception in itself. You got Bad Bunny standing up there with Lady Gaga, and them motherfuckers look the same. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers look the same, bro. Bad Bunny and Lady Gaga. You feel me? So this is all a hoax. This is all a ruse, all a play that they running on niggas, man. But look, back to this shit. We gonna stay on this real quick, because a lot of y'all probably gonna say, some of y'all's gonna say that, oh yeah, she look like she could be your auntie because y'all both from Africa. And no, simpleton. No, simpleton. We're not, neither one of us is from Africa. She's Aboriginal Puerto Rican and I'm an Aboriginal American. And I could prove to you real quick, this is out of Columbus's mouth himself, Columbus's journal, because we know Columbus didn't land here. He landed in the islands. He landed on Puerto Rico, and he said that they were taking slaves from Puerto Rico and sending them back to Spain. But I didn't read in his journal where he came with a bunch of Africans. Here we go right here. He was selling them little girls young as 9 years old into the sex trade. And it says 100 castellanos are easily obtained for a woman as for a farm. And it is very general. And there are plenty of dealers who go about looking for girls. Those from 9 to 10 are now in demand. So you got the PDF file bullshit selling 9 and 10-year-olds into the sex trade. And you see that they're talking about Tainos. They talking about the real Puerto Ricans. They not in Africa when this is being talked about. You can see at the top it says the third voyage. Upon his return, the island was in more disarray than when he left. So he's at the island talking about making slaves out of the people that's there. Just like I told y'all. Then we go over here to the other highlighted part. It says, Columbus wrote of the innocence of the natives and his intent to sell them into the slave trade. So he intended to sell the natives into the slave trade. We don't hear about no fucking slaves he brought from Africa, West Africa, and I'ma use them. Like, come on, dog. It says, naked as the day they were born, they show no more embarrassment than animals. Let us, in the name of the Holy Trinity. And I told y'all about that religious fucking weaponry that they using, bro. Let us, in the name of the Holy Trinity, go on sending all the slaves that can be sold. Columbus rounded up the best 1,000 Taino he could find. He gave half to the Spanish colonists. So he gave 500 of the slaves, of the people that was already there, to the Spanish colonists. And then he took 500 to Spain. Where is the talk about all the fucking the sub-Saharan Africans that he brought over? And like, nigga, come on, dog. Make it make sense. I ain't even gonna dwell on that too long, cause that ain't even worth my time, to be honest. And I got videos where you can look at this for yourself. But back to this Bad Bunny shit. So Bad Bunny, he could have some black in him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he does. But just off the rip, how you talking, how you stealing, how you are promoting a narrative, don't make me feel like you got too many drops of black in you. You look like a Columbus. You look like a damn Columbus's great grandson type shit. You know what I'm saying? But look at this. So we gonna look at the numbers on the Michael Jackson concerts. So while y'all trying to throw dirt on Michael Jackson name, acting like this motherfucking clucker that I've never heard of until Jay-Z Camelhead ass announced that he was gonna be the halftime show performer, is the same as a Michael Jackson. We could just look at the tour numbers. The Bad World Tour grossed $125 million. Bad Bunny recent tour, plural, recent tours, plural, and this is from 2022 to 2026, so that's 4 years of touring, estimated 100 million plus. We are not the same, nigga. Guarantee he probably had more tour dates during this time than Mike. And we know for a fact he charged more than Mike. So Mike made more money than you with probably less tour stops. It definitely less years toured. You got 4. They're comparing 2 years of Michael Jackson's Bad World Tour to 4 years of you touring. And he still got more millions of dollars gross than you. Come on, bro. Don't y'all ever try to let nobody dirt Michael Jackson like that. Look at ticket prices for Michael Jackson's Bad World Tour varied by location and seating, but they generally range from $40 to over $100 at the time. Okay? So you gotta, we'll say $100. Look at the average of Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's average ticket price is $809.30. Over 8 times the amount for a single ticket. And you still didn't sell more than fucking Mike, bruh. I could do the math on the shit, but I don't even need to, because y'all see the vast differences. Then on top of it, it says Bad Bunny's halftime show during Super Bowl 60 averaged 128.2 million viewers, which was a 7% decline from the game's peak viewership of 137.9 million viewers. This drop in viewership is notable as it contrasts with the typical trend of increasing audience numbers during halftime shows. Nigga, you hurt the Super Bowl. Just to put it plainly for you, he hurt the Super Bowl. Niggas not fucking with Bad Bunny. They cut that shit off. You feel me? So everybody trying to act like this was like he did something. He didn't do shit but hurt the Super Bowl. Then y'all can look at these niggas' lyrics, dog. Look at his lyrics. Have y'all see? And this is if this was a American, they would have never let him get away with singing some of these songs during the Super Bowl. They're too fucking crazy. That we sang very drunk, that we danced very drunk, we kissed each other very drunk, like very drunk, very drunk. That's all you seeing right here, dog. Banging bitches very drunk. Like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Then there was something I saw here. Y'all could pause this if you really want to read this shit. I ain't about to even try to sing this shit. I ain't even about to give it that much time, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I saw him mentioning he was mentioning Americans in his song. Where this shit at? I gotta find this shit. I think he said, here we go, Kanye West. Like, why can't you do this shit without us, bro? Why can't you perform at the FIFA halftime show or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Why are you here? We don't want to hear that shit. Then you mentioning, you name dropping Black Americans and shit in your songs. Your songs really ain't talking about shit. Like, come on, man. This shit was a mockery, bruh. For real. Shit was a mockery. But you can see that the NFL, they trying to steal that away from us, dog. Every time you see more and more Africans getting in the game, you see them doing half the games overseas and shit, trying to get the overseas fans. And that's the thing we didn't have. They've been doing these overseas games for at least 2 seasons now. So you know that up the viewership of the Super Bowl from what it used to be. So he had that fucking crutch and that boost underneath his ass, and he still didn't surpass real ones. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, they trying to hijack the sport and fucking export it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everything that Black Americans is fucking shining and controlling, they want to do this shit, and they use the tether ass fucking Jay-Z to assist in this. So I implore you to not give Jay-Z any of your money, your energy, your time. That goes for Beyonce as well. She's a puppet. She's a clown. She is the reason why acts like Lauryn Hill, Aaliyah, etc., cease to exist, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So she's a henchman herself. So we got to cut all these motherfuckers off, man. Cut your TV off when the motherfucking Super Bowl halftime show come on until they start doing it the way that we want the shit done, because it's ours. You know what I'm saying? But, man, you know I could go on and on this, but I'm going to cut this right where it's at, man. As always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's peace and love and light, wisdom and insight. DOA, nigga, putting this shit together. To the next episode, y'all. Peace.